So I have the slideshow with the captions working, except the problem is that these captions are too light and they're hard to read against the light backgrounds. There's a couple ways of solving this. One option would be to have a select that you can add with advanced custom fields that would allow you to change the text color from light to dark. So the way you'd handle that is they'd have like you'd select light or dark, which would add a class. You'd probably add the class right here on the caption wrapper, which would allow you to change the color based on which one they selected. Another common option that you'll see is you'll see a translucent layer separating the text from the image. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. Now it is pretty tricky using this console with CSS with things moving around. So I'm going to disable JavaScript with this extension that I have plugged into, which I have installed into Chrome. Okay, so here's the selected. Now I'm going to say height 100%. And I'm going to say, I want to see where this caption is existing. So I'm going to add a border onto it. It's interesting that it's not extending all the way down. Okay, that's better. Take the border off now. Now let's say display, in order to center it vertically, I'm going to do display flex. Flex direction column. I'm going to say justify content center. Okay. Now I'm kind of wanting it to be centered at this point, and it's not. So if I look further down in the rules, one thing I can see is that it has display block set below with the marker important. And what the important marker does is it makes this rule override other rules even when they should supersede it in the style sheet hierarchy. That's why it's typically not recommended to use this important feature of CSS, because it can be kind of annoying to get around. But the way that we will get around it is simply by adding it to this display flex feature. Now this is going to override. Now this display flex is going to override this display block. Let's check out where this border is again. Okay, let's set the width to 100% as well. And I'm going to add a background. I'm going to add a background, and I'm going to use RGBA. Say we use 0, 0, 0, 0.5. Okay, so what RGBA does is the first three numbers are just like RGB colors, so it would go 0 to 255 for each of these three color channels, red, green, and blue. And the last one is the opacity of that color.